Okay. Hey, Megan.
Hey, Katie.
Okay, so today we're gonna talk about this argument on high cigarette price and the demand, the relationship between higher cigarette price and demand. So let me read the prompt. Some have agreed that higher cigarette prices do not deter smoking, while there are many arguments both for and against this view. Some find the following argument to be the most persuasive of all. The law of demand and supply indicate that higher prices are ineffective in reducing smoking. In particular, high cigarette prices can reduce the demand for cigarettes. This reduction in demand will push the equilibrium price back down to its original level. Since the equilibrium price will remain unchanged, smokers will consume the same number of cigarettes. Do you agree or disagree with this view? Um, do you want to get started or I can?
Um, I think I am kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of in between. So the reason for it is because I used to smoke cigarettes. So the cigarette pricing here in California is pretty high. The I felt like at that moment, uh, I felt the need to smoke cigarette. So I would still pay for the price, even though they increase the tax.
Okay, so I guess how
So
often did you smoke? Like every day or like a couple of days a week?
well, back then I was under a lot of stress at
Oh,
school.
hmm.
So I would say around 2 packs per week.
Okay, got you.
So but on the other hand, I would pay for the price because even though it's very high, but I noticed some of my friends at school or even strangers on the street, when they see us smoking, they wouldn't pay for it. They would come and ask to, you know, get one cigarette
Oh, like if
for them.
that expensive, why do you still purchase it? So they would question.
No. They will because they also want to smoke cigarettes,
Oh,
but
so
then they don't want to pay.
okay, got you.
So they would just go to the one who already had the cigarette and then ask for one or two.
Oh, I see. So is it the
So
original price that's high or higher or the tax?
I kind of forgot. But back then it was like I think the lowest price for the cigarette is around $8 per
$8
pack.
per. Oh, okay. Hmm.
And then I feel like at some points I I think this also depends on the brand. Uh I think for some brand, at some point, it even increased to around $10 or something even higher. It also depends on the area. If I'm in the city in San
Hmm.
Francisco, it would be more expensive, whereas uh, some other area in South Bay.
Got you. Yeah, I also kind of agree and disagree. I feel like it really depends on like how addictive you are to cigarette. Like if you're like you need to smoke every single day and you're addicted to it, you probably don't want to give up smoking just because of the price is high. Um, so I think the nature of cigarettes is not like other consumer goods like I don't know, like shampoo or bread. I don't know. It's just an example. I think most people will still keep smoking even though the price is still high. I think in economics, there's a term called price elasticity. Because if you look at the supply and demand chart, it's like this. I'm not sure if
Mhm.
this makes sense. Oh, the demand curve is like a downward sloping line. And if it's price elastic, I mean, price inelastic. In the case of cigarette, the slope is pretty deep. It's like this. So a small move in price, like the movement in price, if the price increase, the demand wouldn't decrease by a lot. That's my understanding.
Mm. Uh, I feel like at some points, I think it also depends on the person or like the
Yeah.
people, the uh client customers, like their target customers. If they have higher income, uh
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't it
Wouldn't matter.
wouldn't affect them.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't affect them that much, even though if it increase like $10 or $20 per pack, I don't think they would mind. Whereas, some people like average income or even like lower income, they might choose to not smoke cigarettes because of it.
Yeah, that's true. It really depends on the individual cases and the income level. And also whether the person is like really care about their health.
Mm-hmm.
Like if the cigarette price increase a lot, then like the health industry will probably have more like advertisement on like promoting health and then anti-cigarette. So that might affect the demand to some degree.
Yeah. Mm, I at some points I feel like only if they could like increase it extremely high. For example, if they're selling $50 or $100 per pack, most people will probably choose like, okay, then I'm not gonna purchase it. But also I am thinking if they want to reduce the demand of cigarettes, might as well just don't sell it at all.
Or like
But
completely ban cigarettes, like how they ban like drugs in other states. I know in California, marijuana is legal, but other states it's kind of illegal.
yeah, but then it might have some downsides if they actually do that,
Yeah, there
though.
might be like a black market that's still,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I agree.
Mm.
Because $8, it's almost like a boba, like a cup of boba.
Yeah. Supply and demand. I don't know. I don't feel like the demand will really decrease.
Yeah. How about supply?
At least, huh? The supplier?
Mm-hmm.
Mm, supplier. I feel like it could actually, uh, if mm, if the demand decrease, there will be
Less supply.
something they no longer could survive, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they might need to, change to other products instead of changing industry or whatever. But I guess everything is also it's not. It really depends on the demand. If
Mm-hmm.
there's demand, there's always supply. But supply could also come from different countries.
That's true. Does government apply really high taxes on the cigarette industries?
Yeah. Yes. I don't know if you know about this. Well, I am in the process trying to not quitting cigarette. I already quit cigarette, but I started vaping.
Uh-huh.
So um back then, there are many startup company in the Silicon Valley. So there's a very famous back then, and then now they're on Netflix. I also have friends who worked there before. So, anyways, they're the small pot. I think the price is, I forgot the number, but the prices of the pots are not that expensive. But then they added the tax. So some back then, sometimes I feel like, okay, 2 pots, that's like $20.
So how
They're
long will it
tiny.
last?
How long will it last? It really depends on the how often do I
Um,
smoke. And
yeah.
then even though it's small, they have some issues with technology. So the oil inside, it will leak.
Uh-huh.
When you leak,
Oh,
uh you taste the chemical in your mouth, and then you have to buy the new one because it's leaking. So on that one, the tax is pretty high. I think it's 15 to 20%.
from the consumer's side or
Yes. Yeah.
oh,
And now they're on Netflix about the company because it, they in the beginning they actually say that they create some products that's actually not gonna cause too much of health problem. They even have some reports from the
uh-huh.
government or CDC, but then it's actually a lie.
Oh, so it actually negatively affect your health, like the
Yeah, so
cigarettes.
mhm. So the company expanded very fast in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Within I think like a couple of years, like 2 to 3 years, they made a lot of money, but then now I think they went bankruptcy
Oh, because of the lie.
because of the lie. They're using social media influencers to promote, to ask people to use that because it's not gonna create health issues, and then it's they create a cool image.
Mm-hmm.
So there are more and more younger kids started to using it.
I see.
So I think the only way is to the only way to reduce the demand is probably increase the price pretty high.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I think it's not as price sensitive as the other products.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I guess our conclusion is it is going to affect the demand to some degree, but not a lot, considering the nature of this product, like how people are really addictive and relying on this product.
Yep.
Okay, I guess I can stop recording.